Hi, and welcome to my first Top 5 Wednesday. I'm super excited to do this, and this one is pretty exciting. And I will link down in the description all of the channels and stuff that participate in Top 5 Wednesday. It was created by Lainey from Ginger Reads Lainey. Yeah. So this week's topic is Top 5 Book Quotes, and I love quotes so much, so this one was awesome. And one is funny, and then the other ones are more like insightful or interesting or whatever, I guess. So let's get started. Let's do the funny one first. And of course I'm gonna have to read them because most of them are kind of long. There's two I know off the top of my head, and those are probably my two favorites. So number one is from City of Bones, so the first Mortal Instruments book by Cassandra Clare, and it is said by Simon Lewis, which is funny because he has grown on me, but he was not my favorite character for the longest time. But this quote has always stuck with me ever since my first read of it 5 years ago. So that's why when major badasses greet each other in movies, they don't say anything, they just nod. The nod means I'm a badass, and I recognize that you too are a badass. But they can't say anything because they're Wolverine and Magneto, and it would mess up their vibe to explain. I don't know why I like that so much. I just think it's hilarious. The whole scene is funny. It's like him interacting with Jace and stuff, so it's hilarious, basically. Number two is from Dairy Queen by Catherine Gilbert Murdoch, which is definitely a favorite book of mine. And in it, the guy who, unfortunately, I don't remember his name, says to the main character, DJ, when you don't talk, there's a lot of stuff that ends up not getting said. And I think it's just a simple thing. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is on the book. Yeah. Okay, well, his name is Brian. But yeah, it's on the back of the book is that quote as well. But that quote really does kind of summarize the book and what DJ's issues are. But I also think it's an important thing to remember whether you talk a lot or you don't talk. Because a lot of times I think people that talk a lot, like myself, we say a lot, but we're really not actually saying anything. We're just talking pointlessly. So that's why I like it. And then number three, I struggled with. I wanted to do a Sophie Kinsella quote, and there were two from The Undomestic Goddess that I was drawn to, but I ended up picking one. I made a decision, and if you want to know what the other one is, just let me know down in the comments and I'll let you know. But the one I picked is, sometimes you don't need a goal in life. You don't need to know the big picture, you just need to know what you're going to do next. And I think that's really true, and as somebody who typically is really goal and future oriented, I think sometimes I need to be reminded to just slow down and think about what my next task is and focus on the small things instead of the really big things. Fourth one is actually obnoxiously long. It's from Allegiant by Veronica Roth, and I don't believe this is a spoiler. No, it is. It's definitely a spoiler. So I would mute the video. If you don't want to know what happens, mute it, and then I'll have something that says spoilers on the bottom, and when that disappears you can unmute the video, basically. But this is a big chunk of quote. It's really a passage, so I'm gonna read the whole thing. And I think I read this in my Allegiant review as well, and it's Four's internal narration or whatever, and he's with Christina. He says, or things or whatever, but I don't want to become a calloused man. There are other kinds of people in this world. There's the kind like Triss who, after suffering and betrayal, could still find enough love to lay down her life instead of her brother's. Or the kind like Kara, who would still forgive the person who shot her brother in the head. Or Christina, who lost friend after friend but still decided to stay open to make new ones. Appearing in front of me is another choice, brighter and stronger than the ones I gave myself. I don't know, I really like that passage. I'm just drawn to it. I think about it sometimes, just how everybody can handle things differently, and how you can see even in the most painful of situations, moving on and going forward, I guess. But over the spoilerness. Okay, so number 5 is my favorite quote. Just like in general, I love this quote. When I read this quote for the first time, it literally changed my life. I think about this quote probably at least once a day. And it is short and it is simple, and it is from The Key to the Golden Firebird by Maureen Johnson. And it is, when you think about it, stop signs are also start signs. For some reason, I find that so profound. Like, seriously profound. So true. And if you think about it that way, and it kind of means that every single moment, every single breath you take, every single time you blink your eyes is an opportunity to start over and to make a change or to do something different in life. Or when you're driving, every single time you come to a stop sign and then you start again, you literally can start your life again. Nothing is done or over or anything like that. Like, you can always change life. Actually, that kind of ties into the Undomestic Goddess quote I didn't pick, but which is basically about how life is never ruined. You always have the opportunity to change things. I just love that quote. It's taped to my computer at work. I put it on my walls when I was in college, and like I said, it is my favorite. It has stuck with me for sure. So those are my 5 favorite book quotes, at least for right now. So thanks for watching. Bye!